you with a new topic, that is making of laws in the state assembly. Last year we already discussed tribal people where the small communities were lived, and with the public affairs, with the consultation through meetings and decision taken by the headman. Later on, the empire and kingdoms, the same matter, public affairs, nothing but public affairs, discussed by the kings and officials. So, how the kings were fought each other to gain more land and people. We also seen the warriors and kings, how they pleasurably levied taxes and forced the people, and they utilized the money for their construction of their palace, and also some useful things like construction of tanks, canals and mosques or temples. And later on we also seen the Britishers who were ruled nearly more than 200 years, how they exploited the resources of Indians and how the Indian people were resist of the Britishers. Now we are free from these Britishers. We became independent 74 years. Right. The same situation is present now. Are we living under kings or any kingdom? Please tell me.
No.
We don't have any kingdom right now because we are independent now. Now, who is taking all these decisions with the, for public matters? Is there any king or queen? If they take decisions or as their will? No. Now, are you heard about MLAs, MPs, PM and CM or council or cabinet? All these guys are elected by the people, because our India is democratic India, where the government is formed for the people, by the people and of the people. Right. See, whatever decisions are making, the decision by the legislative assemblies or parliament, and that must be according to law. No one is above the law. Right. So these laws are making in the assembly, in the states and in central, the parliament. In the state, MLAs are present, and parliament and central level member of parliaments or MPs are present. And all these set of the government rules and regulations were given by the Constitution. Right. Constitution is the Constitution of India provided as legislature to every state. So Indian Constitution provided legislature to every state. It comprises government and two houses. So here bicameral, which state is consist of two houses called as bicameral. Some states consist of single house, it is called as unicameral. Understand? So more than 3 or 4 states consist of unicameral, remaining all bicameral states we have. And here 2 houses I already told you. The 2 houses are nothing but lower house and upper house. Lower house also called as assembly. And also called as Vidhan Sabha. Next, upper house. Upper house is also called as council and also called as Vidhan Parishad. And here we have the laws, whatever is making laws are with the help of these 2 sabhas. Right. Legislative Assembly. It is a very important body for the state to make the laws. And Andhra Pradesh government is an important thing, is a responsible where these laws were implementing and policies, formulated the policies for the welfare of the people. And here we have 175 MLAs are elected in the state by the people. And here MLAs, Member of Legislative Assembly. The normal tenure of these MLAs are 5 years, and it may be dissolved earlier by the governor. Sometimes it may be dissolved before 5 years itself, and sometimes extended by 1 year by the Parliament at the time of National Assembly. Right. So the government may be continuing more than 5 years, and it may be dissolved earlier without completion of 5 years. There is possibilities for the two situations. Next, the meetings, the assembly or parliament must be meet at least twice in a year. Each meetings, the intervals must be have at least 6 months. At least 6 months. Assembly constituencies. Each of these constituencies, 294 members were elected from the constituencies. So thus, 175 constituencies are present in Andhra Pradesh Assembly. So here, these 175 constituencies are based on the population. For example, population 1,70,000 voters, it make one constituency. Suppose more than this population are present in any area, that area has divided into more constituencies. For example, Vijayawada consists of more population. So that's why it was divided into 3 constituencies. Suppose any city or town consists of less population, they may be meager constitutions. So it is actually depends on population. Right. So here voters, I said voters. If a person get the right to vote, the right half they gain with the age. A person who has 18 years old or above 18 years, it has the right to cast their vote. Right. So when they have 18 years, they can enroll their name in the voter list. So actually, you know everyone, before elections, the employees are coming door to door and they collect your family details like your age and family members, sex, their education and their age, especially age, because the age is very important for the casting of their elections of MLAs. Usually the elections are held in every 5 years once in a state by the election commission. A person who is aspiring to get the MLA and he has some qualities the person must be Indian citizen and he must be completion of 25 years and he does not gain any income from the state government or central government and other qualities which are prescribed by the laws. And these qualities must be have the person who is aspiring the MLA. Next, the elections are usually every once in a 5 years. Next, so here important points are political parties. Political parties are getting major role in election time. So here we have number of parties in India as well as in the state. So the representatives, those who are representing the parties called as representatives. And here they are gaining the rallies. They are doing rallies and giving their manifesto by going door to door. And here political parties, some political parties in a state, YSRCP party, TDP party, Congress party, CPI, CPM and Janasena, others, etc. Next, some people who are not related with the political parties, they also participating in the elections. Did you understand my point? Some people are not related to any party, any political party, and they also can join in the elections, and the kind of people are called as independents. Independents, right? So here the representatives, whether the political party persons or independent, they are coming through their manifesto. The manifesto is nothing but these are the written prescribing one, giving promises to the people when they form the government. And these are nothing but which are related to the local area. For example, if they become MLAs, they will give free education for them and they are giving free facilities to them, etc. They are promising, that promises were printed on the manifestos. Is nothing but promises. Manifesto is nothing but promises. Right. Elections of MLAs. See here, before elections, I mean campaign, after campaign and everything, on election day. Election day usually voters will go to the booth, election booth, and they are casting their vote one by one. See here, before casting their vote, they have to get one identity card. That is voter ID, which is published or released by the commission, election commission. It is very important. It is identity card for the voter. Right. See, after elections, they count the vote, count all the votes, and finally they release the result. A person or a party who get maximum votes, and that party is going to form the government. But here we have different kinds of parties. They given A, B, C like that, and I'll explain in that manner. Just you see this. Right. See, first party A, B, C, D, E, F up to J you can see. Party A got 102 votes and B 67 votes, and remaining 4, 2 and remaining 0 they casted. But overall 175 we can see. 175 we can see. And here if a government, observe this. Did you observe or not? 175 total. And this is one kind of government. I will explain later. You observe second one. And here party PQRSTV they given. Here 82 they got, 60 and 14, 11, 4, 3, 1. And finally last one you observe. And here they given political parties A, B, C, D together. And here M, N, O, P together. W, X, Y, Z together, and last also together. And this is nothing but combined party. It is not single party. Remember, this is not single party. 4 parties together gain 91 votes here. Right. And what is this confusion? I will explain here. A government will form, see first table, which is I showed you. In the table, the party A have 102 seats. 102 seats. So actually total 175 seats we have. What is the rule to form the government? A party must gain more than 50%. More than 50%. See here, what is the 50% of 175? 0.5. So here more than half, more than 50%. See, we have to get 88 or plus 1, 89. Did you get my point? So 88 is the 50% and 1 seat is more than 50%. 89 have to gain by the party. And in the first table, a party A gained 102 votes. 102 votes or 102 seats. So happily this party make the government. And whereas second table I showed here, in second table majority party gained 82 seats only. Only 82. Is it possible to form the government? No. Because it is not more than half seats. Am I correct or not? So, to form the government, this majority party have to join with other party. For example, second majority is 60. Suppose it is majority, but it is opposition. It never join with each other. Understand? So remaining party they have to join. 14. Suppose it together combine to each other, then definitely they can make the party. See, 82 plus 14, that is 96. 96, it is easily can form the government. Magic figure they gained. Understand? Suppose party, A party is before joining to other party, here B is there, 60. If they join to other party, what is overall? 74. 60 plus 14, 74. There is no possibility to form the government. Understand? A have the possibility, but B is not possible. B have to join with two more parties. Did you get my point? So that is why party A can form the government. Right. So here, if single party form the government, that is majority type of government or single party government. Single party government. Suppose more than two parties join and form the government, which is I showed in the last box as MNOP, STUV or ABCD. All these together they form the government, that is coalition government. Such kind of governments are called as coalition government. Coalition government is more than two parties form government. More than two parties together form the government. Such governments are called as coalition government. But in Andhra Pradesh we have single party government. That is YSRCP party gained 125 seats in Andhra Pradesh. So happily YSRCP government form government easily without joining with the other parties. Right. Now, formation of the government. If the magic figure gained by the party, they can happily form the government. Here, majority party leader. See, definitely a leader will be there for the party. So, definitely that leader become a CM. Majority party leader become a CM appointed by the governor. Appointed by the governor. Right. So after this appointed CM, with the help of CM, their MLAs are present. So here, with the help of CM, is appointed remaining MLAs as ministers. Did you understand? MLAs become minister. How? By giving their position. By giving their position or department, like health department, welfare department, home ministry, police department is nothing but police department. So educational department, by giving their position, the MLAs become ministers. So like that, a cabinet is formed by the chief minister. Cabinet, set of ministers is called as cabinet. Set of ministers are called as cabinet. And here, these set of ministers are nothing but MLAs, which are elected by the people directly. People, right, remember. And here, the cabinet is very much responsible for implementation of law which are related to the welfare of the people. Next. The Council of Ministers, which are divided by the Chief Minister. For example, Health Minister. Health Minister is responsible for all the matters of health issues in the state. So whenever they get any complaint regarding health issues or health queries, Health Minister is the responsible. Likewise, remaining Home Ministry or Education Ministry or other welfare ministries, all ministers were responsible for their department. And they have to give answerable to the assembly. Right. Now, the state assembly. So here all parties are gathering and where the decision making is going on, where the laws are prepared by the MLAs. And here all the MLAs are elected or selected a person is nothing but speaker. Speaker is responsible for the assembly and he is the head of the assembly and he has the power whenever they disobey, means MLAs are disobey his order, he has the power to give punishment to the MLAs. Right. So legislative, and here parties I said, one is majority party, here I said different kinds of parties. Majority parties people are present and opposition parties leaders, not leaders, MLAs present and other MLAs also will be present in the assembly. And remaining other independent parties also there. If they elected in the elections, they also will come to the assembly. So all kind of party MLAs are present in the assembly. And here the discussions are over there. Suppose if any act is implemented in the assembly, if any law is preparing by the MLAs, these laws have to be discussed by the majority party MLAs. So that laws are introducing in the assembly. Right. Then after many discussions, they make this bill into act. If any problem is there regarding that issue, the related minister is responsible. Suppose that law is not satisfied by the opposition party or some other MLAs, they can reply for them and they make question the related department MLAs, and then MLA is ready to give the answer to them. If they are not satisfied, and they have to give the answer to the MLAs because they are representatives of people. So they must be responsible and they have to give satisfactory answers to the opposition party leaders. So finally, with the many round of discussions, finally this bill make the act. If they pass the act, if they pass the bill, it become an act. Understand? So after that, they send to the council. If the bill is accepted by 1/3 people in the Vidhana Sabha, then they will send to the Vidhan Parishad for this proposal. Vidhan Sabha also called as Legislative Council. Two houses, as I said, two houses are present in our state. One is Assembly and second is Council. Second is Council. And here, if they accept the bill, then final approval will send to the governor. So finally, the governor will approve with his acceptancy. Then it becomes an act. This act is given or printed in gazettes. So this is the long process to implementation of law become an act. Right. So here Legislative Council, here MLCs are present, member of Legislative Council. So here 50 members are present in this house, and here actually it has been in existence in two spells. One is 1958 and 1985. So later we also had single house, but 2007 again they implemented two houses in Andhra Pradesh. Till now we are following as it is, like bi-houses, bicameral. Between these years we had single house. Did you get my point? So 85, up to 85, after 85 we did not have two houses, we had only single house. Again they implemented from 2007 till now, till today we had two houses. Right. And here MLCs to what we can say, select these MLCs. They do have some qualities. Simply they won't select by the people. See, second thing is MLCs are not directly elected by the people. Indirectly, indirect elections. Through indirect elections or indirect selection, the MLCs are elected. See here, this house, Legislative Council, is called as a permanent house. Why it is called as permanent house? Because every 2 years, 1/3 people are going to be retired, and again 1/3 people will join in the house. Their retirement is going on, as well as promoting also continuously going on every 2 years. So that's why it never dissolve. Continuous process. So that it called as permanent house. Right. So MLC, member of Legislative Council, a person has 30 years old. Those who are aspiring to become MLC, he definitely has 30 years old. He must be the citizen of India, and he have some more qualities which are implemented by our laws. Right. And these people are promoted by different category people. See here, 17 members. 17 members are 1/3 people are elected by MLAs. MLAs, member of Legislative Assembly, were the directly elected by the people, because they are people representatives. Am I correct or not? So that is why they have the power. The people indirectly they are taking the people power and electing the MLCs here. So that's why 17 members are elected by the MLAs. And 17 members are elected by the panchayats and municipality councillors. You get my point? Councillors, municipal councillors or village panchayat sarpanch. They also elected directly by the people. People representatives, all these guys. Right. So they also elected 17 members. 3 to 4 members elected by the graduates. 3 to 4 members elected by the teachers, and 8 members are elected by the governors. So overall 50 members are promoted to the Legislative Council. So it's a set of house. After after accepted any act by the lower house, the act is sent to the Legislative Council for the acceptance. If any queries arises, the act is resent to the lower house for recheck. Suppose the act is okay, there is no problem, then directly the act or the proposal is sending to the governor. So finally it becomes an act, and that act is given for the gazette for printing. Right. So in a gazette, here in our textbook they given one example from Hindu Gazette. From the Hindu. It was published in March 27, 2002. Right. It is regarding smoking. So smoking is injurious to health. So it is doing in public places completely inconvenience to the public. We know that. So it was so high in 2002. So that's why in Andhra Pradesh Assembly they released one bill, that is Bill for Ban Public Smoking, passed. In public places they should not smoke. So for prohibition of smoking in public places where the public works going on and where the public is gathered in vehicles, where more people are gathering. So such areas, even cinema halls also, where huge people are present, public is present, in such areas they should not smoke. Completely prohibited by the state government. If they do like that, if they want, even if they continue the same thing, government is going to be fine on them from 100 to 1,000 rupees. And this proposal is accepted by the opposition party and given some more suggestions to the some more suggestions to the leading party, that is within 100 meters from educational institution, they should not keep any pawn shops or any cigarette shops. And 18 years, less than 18 years old people should not purchase these cigarettes. If such things are going on anywhere, the persons will be punishable by the government. Second thing is advertisement, ban of advertisements of cigars. And all these advices were given by the opposition parties, because it is a good thing. Ban of smoking, it's a very good thing. So that's why opposition party also accepted and given advices to the government also. So finally, this gazette is released on March 27 in 2002. It is one act given by the state government. An important point is Smoking and Health Protection Act in 2002. Is that one example? Okay, so that is about making of laws in a state assembly. Hoping you understand. If you have any doubts, you can comment in comment box. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you can like it. And for more videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.